Hi, welcome to another episode of Missions Workout from Home, Season 4, episode number 19. Joining with me again today, Mission, and I'm going to share with you today things that you don't know about the fitness industry. Alright, now before I start anything, I just want to share with you, this is just my personal observation and opinion about this throughout my years of lifting. Okay, now some people will agree with me, there will be people who will disagree with me. I'm okay with that. These are just some views, some takes. So whatever points that I share today, it is not meant to take a hit to anyone. It is more like it is designed so you can filter yourself whether it is for your goal or whether it is not doesn't serve your goal. Alright, so let's get into it. Now the first thing you don't know about the fitness industry is actually a profit-driven based company. Alright, so meaning if you were to you watch anything, whether it's on social media or you have someone training in the gym, or if you have some some magazines or some books, these are all fitness industry based kind of business. Okay, so just like any other industry, the business is companies are created to be profit driven, or else is known as a welfare. So example, let's say gym magazines, social medias are usually they go for a good cause, but at the same time they also want a bit of profit. Right, I will share more in detail at the end of the video, but as for now, I will just share with you why I mentioned this is because sometimes there will be good people with great service who try to serve you, and there are people on the dark side who will take the advantage on you, by trying to sell you some products that actually doesn't work because they are profit driven as well. Okay, so don't worry, I'll share with you some filters, some checklists, how you can prevent yourself from this mistake. Okay, now we're going on to the next one. Second thing you don't know about the fitness industry is actually the results that you see. Some of them, everyone will have different results. Yeah, probably you don't know about this. Alright, so in other words, if you see like someone lost X kilo, another person gained Y kilo. So all these things that you watch in the social media, they're not wrong, it's true, but just understand everyone will be different. Alright, some people work very hard, some people have great genetics, some people are still in trying stages. So everyone's result will be a little bit different. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that if you are interested in some product or some social media or some magazine results, you really want to make sure is that the results, everything works, but what I call the results for everyone will be a little bit different. Alright, so example, if you see someone lose 5 kilo, don't expect yourself to also lose 5 kilo. Maybe you can lose more, maybe you can lose less. So you just want to take note about this, right? Is that everyone's result will be different. But if there's a group, let's say if someone has a service where they teach training and they keep getting a lot of good results, even though some people lose 5, some people lose 10, it is a safe bet to say that this person is getting a lot of people results. So obviously they know what is up, right? So number one is you want to make sure they understand that they are a profit-driven company. Number two, everybody's result may be different. This brings me to point number three. Point number three, everyone's, whatever they show the workout program is a generic one, okay? So because as understand, example, when they do a video like how I'm doing, I'm showing it to a lot of people, maybe hundreds of people, right? Some will even go up to thousands or millions of viewers. So everyone will be slightly a little bit different, right? Some people are more in weight, less in weight. Some people are beginner, some people are advanced. So there's a mixed bag of all these difference. So you have to understand that what they're giving is just some general guideline. At the end of the day, you will still need to tweak a little bit here and there based on your need and your ability. Alright, so meaning if you see someone in the video do squats of like 20 reps like that, right? So what you want to do is, if you do 20, for example, if you do up to 20 reps, if you feel tired, what do you do? If 20 is too much for you, maybe you go lesser. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, just understand they are showing it to everyone. And you can't, let's say if you can do 20 reps, no problem. Form is great. You don't feel tired. You want to do more, go ahead also. No problem. Just keep going. Just understand how many reps and the show are usually guideline. They are not like, if example, if they ask you to do 20 reps, right? Doesn't mean 21 is rubbish or 19 is wasted, right? So they're just sharing. These are just I would say ballparks like that. Alright. So don't say you see X model doing 20 times, therefore I must also do 20 times. Everyone will be different. Maybe if you're a beginner, 20 is too much. Or if you are someone who is quite well trained, 20 is too little. So you can adjust on your own. Alright. So understand that the program will be different and everyone as an individual are different. Even the goals are different, right? Example, guys maybe want to have a nice upper body, ladies want to have a nice lower body, right? So the program will be a little bit changed as well, okay? So you want to take note about that, right? So we talk about, it's a profit-driven company. Number two, it is actually, what is that called? Everyone will be different. Number three, the program that you see are usually generic. Okay. Number four. So number four, I will share you is that, how to say, things you don't know about the fitness industry is everyone actually are pretty much how to say, pretty much have the same goal. All right. Because it's sometimes you look at social media or you look at the book, one person will always tell you doing this is good. Another person will tell you doing that is bad. You know, or this is good, A is good, some people say B is good. The answer is actually not much of A or B is right or wrong. It's actually, if you think about it, the goal is the same. Example, you see YouTuber X and YouTuber Y. So YouTuber X and Y actually have the same goal. Number one, refer back just now, they're profit driven. And number two, when they do all these things, right? When they do all these things, they actually have the same goal. They also want you to lose weight. That's why we, as we mentioned just now, there are many ways to get results. Okay, so everyone will be a little bit different. So which means, this is the actual point number four, which is where you have to understand it's not right or wrong. It's more like everyone share the same goal, right? I can assure you, if you type fat loss, right, you will see a lot of results. All of them actually have the same goal. It is want to find a way to lose fat. That's it. Alright, so instead of jumping, I like this camp, I don't like this camp, or this YouTuber is awesome, that YouTuber sucks, right? Though you are not, some really rocks, some really sucks, it's not about who is right or who is wrong. Understand everyone is in the same boat. Right? So the same boat in this case is, number one, they want profit, and number two, hopefully you can see results as well. Alright, because if you get results from their program or their protocol, guess who is going to get profit and who is going to get results? Exactly. Alright, so just share with you is that number four is actually everyone is in the same camp. Even there will be people doing different methods than what I share all this while. But that doesn't mean that I am bad or he is bad, or it's just another way to do it. Right? As long as it gets to your goal and you can sustain it, good for you. You found that one. Okay? And this is things you don't know about the fitness industry. Number five, okay, is that all these things, good results takes time. Alright? So I don't care what industry fitness industry you are mentioning, whether it's a book, alright, or whether it's some program, someone craft it out for you, or whether it's some program, a personal trainer at the gym personally write it for you, ask you to do, is that all these programs, you have to give it some time. You have to be consistent, alright? You can't just, I buy a program, alright, I am going to see results. It doesn't work like that, right? Now, maybe I share you an analogy, then you can understand. So, to see results, right, it's not like going to a hairstylist. You don't just pay money, sit down there and, alright, you do your thing, I just close my eye or read a rap magazine while you cut my hair. Right? Example, in the dentist, you just lie down, you open your mouth, they will do the job for you. Right? So personal training or in the fitness industry, you need both sides, okay? The provider, whether it's the coach, trainer, or the product salesperson, will do his best to give you the good product. But you as an individual, you got to put in the work as well, alright? So if you, example, the coach writes you the program, and you supposed to do it 3 times a week, but you only do 1 time a week, you cannot say that the program doesn't work, okay? Because you are not consistent and you don't do what is required to do to see the results you would like to see. Alright, so number 5 is you got to understand it has to take time. Alright, because if you buy a program, today you do, tomorrow you don't see result, or next week you expect some sort of result, to be honest, you're asking for too much. Give yourself some time. We're talking about 2 to 3 months at bare minimum to see some sort of results, okay? So you don't just jump into 1 month and hey, I'm not seeing results. This YouTuber is lying. Oh right, I'm not going to follow anymore. Right? Don't ever be that guy. Alright? So I hope this episode helped you out. The people who are very good in the industry, just a moment here. Okay, the people who are very good in the industry. So just now we talk about how to spot the good and the bad side of the industry. Alright, who is trying to sell you useless item, who is actually genuinely able to help you with their service. So someone who is good, right? They will have, they will put the client first. Okay. I know it sounds very simple, but I hear feedbacks before. Example, this online coach only tell them what to do. They don't take the human aspect into consideration. So for example, if someone who is a mom and has kids, who has 3 kids, right? She's very stressful at work and she has to move at home, right? The coach still give them a 5-day program, right? So for most moms, no disrespect, it's going to be a little bit tough to do. If you can do, good. But if you cannot do, you should tell the coach, and the coach should be aware of that and try to adjust based on your goal, alright, and your availability based on the best scenario you can handle during this time. Okay, so a good spot of a good person in the fitness industry is number 1, they will customize based on your need and your goal. Alright. Number 2 is that people who are very good in the industry usually will want you to see sustainability. Okay, so meaning if you cut down a lot of carbs, right? A good person will tell you like, hey, don't cut so much carbs, maybe just try a little bit by little bit. Okay, yes, the weight loss is going to be a bit slower, but in exchange, you don't get the weight rebound. So these are some things you want to take note, right? And also, a person who is good in the fitness industry, usually they are very good in sharing. They will do their best to share information with you guys. Okay, again, this is just my observation. When I first started to go to the gym, asking for knowledge how to do some stuff, or even just some general knowledge on how to diet like that, is hard to ask. Every time when you reach to a certain point, you ask a few questions. Anything more than that, then they say, hey, you want to know more? You gotta pay me. Alright, nothing wrong with that approach. But looking back, some of these are very simple items. Some people, even when you ask 1 or 2 items, am I doing it right? They refuse to teach you. I have experienced things like that before, and I have also hear I ever hear gym members actually have feedback before. But thankfully, as time goes by, this is getting lesser and lesser. So it's great news for the industry. So a good person is supposed to share with you when you ask. But of course, give them a bit of credit. Don't go to them and bombard 1,000 questions. Alright, just ask 1-2 questions and move on. Alright, you want to know more? If you think he serves you well or she serves you well, then maybe consider getting her in the long run. Alright, and last but not least, how to spot a good one is they will use a lot of words like it depends, sometimes, maybe, may, perhaps. I know it's a very unsure thing, but it's because everyone will react differently. So for example, if someone asks, is apple good? Well, it depends, right? If you're allergic to apple, probably don't eat apple. It's a good idea for you. Or if you have been eating a lot of food already, you add another apple, you are increasing your calories. If your goal is for fat loss, maybe you cannot do it, you shouldn't do it, right? So a lot of it depends, maybe, you know, so all these things can help, right? So it's, now we talk about the good side. So in a nutshell, they will tell you what to do, they will be always there for you, they care for you, and based on your result. And last but not least, they will do their very best to educate you instead of just teaching you. Instead of instructing you, they will educate you, so you can also have your own filter to think, right? Now we go to the dark side. Again, I want to disclaimer one more time. When we talk about the dark side, this is not aimed at anyone or any party. This is just a collection of personal observations and some people's feedback as well. Okay, it's number one. The dark side is people will take advantage to prey on people who don't know. So, for example, someone has been trying to lose weight a lot of time, they just couldn't lose weight. Then you have someone who say, psst, psst, you want to buy this pill? You buy this pill, don't need to exercise, don't need to exercise, don't need to take care of your diet. You are going to lose weight. Okay, so these are examples. So you hear things like that, this is the dark side. When they sell you some sort of product, and if it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. So you want to take note on that as well. Okay, now second one, how do you spot whether it's a bad stuff in the fitness industry? Okay, they will always grill people, right? They will say like, oh, you know that YouTuber X is stupid because blah blah blah, or oh, you hear what people say doing this method, oh, I think it sucks, blah blah blah. It shouldn't be that way, alright? That means this is like a bit like fanatic already, right? Like, I'm right, my way is the only way, anything other than that is wrong. So it shouldn't be like that, alright? So there are some examples out there I don't want to mention, but there are some people who are like that. They will say like, you want to join me? I'm doing X diet. You can only do X diet. You come to me, you want to do Y other stuff, that's your problem. Don't be my team. How bad do you want it? Right? They will add things like that. So try to avoid things like that. So they will always be at one camp. Number two, they always try to sell you some product. Okay, promo code bonus, right? And point number three is that they will give, they will give a very straight answer. So unlike just now we said, the good one will say like, it depends, maybe, depends on the situation, or perhaps maybe not enough research yet, I am not sure, I don't know, right? This one is everything the opposite, alright? You want to do this? This is the only way. Eat this food, do not eat that food. So it's a very straightforward statement. That is not what we want. What we want is not, again, ideally, when you look for this fitness industry stuff, don't look for instructions, look for education. It is a better use of your time, alright? Because I shouldn't make that mistake. I used to learn, eat clean is the only way, alright? Every day, wake up and eat like what this bodybuilder do. It is not the bodybuilder's fault, it's my fault, because I blindly copy them without understanding context. Therefore, I didn't get results. So you should also avoid this mistake, like how I did. Is that if someone tell you can only do this, instead of that, don't do that, then you better be very skeptical and perhaps find other option. Alright. So final take home of everything that we shared today, right, is that 5 things you don't know. 5 things you don't know about the fitness industry. Number 1, they are profit-driven company. Right. Number 2, everyone will be different. Number 3, everyone's program will be different. Okay. Number 4 is that everything that you do, it actually depends on the it's actually takes a lot of time, right? So these are all important stuff you need to know. Alright? And how to spot a good one? Well, a good one will do something planned for you based on your scenario. Right? They will, in a nutshell, they don't instruct you, they educate you. Alright? So, and the dark side is usually they are very rebel, but they tell you only do this style. It's either my way or no way. Alright, not even highway, no way. Alright, and you don't. If you can't follow me, means that you're not trying hard enough. Or better yet, MIA. Alright, like hey, supposed to meet you at the gym at 6, and then you didn't show up. Or hi coach, this week I'm having my period. What should I do? No reply. Right? So you want to avoid all these things. Okay? So I hope this episode helped to at least give you an idea on how to understand how the fitness industry somewhat works, and also give you some idea on the filter on how you can spot a good and a bad one. Right? So last but not least, before we end, I just want to share thank you once again for your time, and I want to share with you is that if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment on below, and I'll catch you on the next episode, which is on the final one on this coming Thursday, where we use science and evidence to talk about how to train your arms, which is the tricep, bicep, and also the abdominal, right, aka the abs, right? So you guys stay tuned. I hope you guys are safe. And always remember, you can always work out anywhere, even work out from home. So till then, it's me. Take care. See you guys.